Chicago dentist gets phone bill totaling $180,000. Did you hear me? Did you hear me, Will?
Yeah. That's
phone bill. Chicago
company.
dentist gets a phone bill. Now, what's weird about this is who's even getting... How do you even... What kind of phone... Who's phoning people?
You want to start with that?
Well, who's...
I mean,
what are these phone calls? How long are you spending on a phone? How are you tallying this up? I remember long distance charges and things, but that feels like a lifetime ago. Feels like 20 years ago that your parents would warn you, don't you dare with the long distance.
yeah.
Don't you? You better not be calling your long lost cousin
Yeah.
on,
Yes. But I'm sure there's grandmas that's not using technology.
And they're banking
to
on the
hear
grandmas
their
right now?
grandson or something.
With the long distance charges? Well, this is an interesting story because it's not what it sounds like. Obviously, this dentist isn't sitting there phoning halfway across. What kind of dentist is that? The dentist, in fact, Dr. Rosa Galvin Silva, she claims that she got hacked, that someone hacked into her phone system and started making a boatload of calls, long calls, 100 calls as long as 2 hours to the United Kingdom via her phone number by somehow hacking into her phone system. Her first bill was $81,000 and her next bill was $183,000. What kind of a business is this, the long distance business? I want to know the profit margin on that. What is the cost of making the connection, even for a 2-hour call, for a person in Chicago to the UK? How do you get to 180,000? Well, is that all profit margin? It's so confusing.
Guess so. You would probably just need someone to connect.
Well,
right?
not physically, Will. It's not 1950.
I'm just seeing like all these like circuit boards, these
switchboards.
Yeah.
I feel like that's all profit margin. I would assume there would be agreements between the
Yeah.
phone companies in these various countries for these connections. There would be some sort of a fee associated, but this is obviously bananas. But this is the weird thing to me that stood out when I read this. You're going to put all this energy into hacking someone's phone system to have 2-hour phone calls? Why? Go on Skype.
I mean,
What's going on? Will, help me out here.
it might be I don't know, like a terrorist thing or something.
Oh man, I take it there. Jeez, I was thinking maybe it's like some sort of phone card scam where they're reselling this person's phone number to people who want to buy in small doses, maybe 10 long distance calls or something. Right. And they somehow found a way through hacking the system to enable that. And then they go and sell those to other people as a means to make money. Because obviously, going through all this effort to make some phone calls to the UK personally seems insane. You have to assume that they would need to be making some kind of money to justify the effort. Anyway, she says it's all fraud. She goes to AT&T. They currently have offered her a settlement asking her to pay $831 instead of $183,000.
Oh, okay.
So does that basically tell you what their margin is? They're like, we have to recuperate costs, which is $183, even though we charged you originally $183,000, but we got to recuperate at least $183 because we're on the hook for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. These numbers seem made up, but what do I know? I don't run a telco. Well, maybe I should. We're probably in the wrong business if that's what long distance still costs in 2019 in the age of Skype and FaceTime and God knows what.
Or dentistry. They make a lot of money.
Yeah, that's the real trick. The real trick is become a Chicago dentist.
Yes.
Get hacked and settle for $831.